At the beginning of the story, we saw that when a USA fighter jet was flying in Afghanistan, some enemies suddenly fired a missile at them. Terry, who was flying the plane, immediately activated the fighter jet's defense system, but unfortunately, the missile still hit their jet. The plane was completely out of control, and now there was only one way to stay alive: jumping down from the plane. Both jumped from their fighter jet without wasting any time. After a few minutes, when Kate and Terry regained consciousness, they were in the middle of the Afghanistan desert. But before Terry could help the injured Kate, Afghan fighters surrounded them and started firing thunderously at Terry, leaving him badly wounded. Then, as soon as an Afghan fighter came near Terry, Kate suddenly attacked him. She finished that man right there with her gun. After this, Kate fired rapidly at the other enemies as well and disarmed them with her bravery. But the troubles did not end here. Suddenly, another Afghan fighter arrived there, and when Kate started to fire at him, she realized that the bullets in her gun were finished. Forced, she thought of running away from there. But before she could be killed at the hands of the enemy, Terry gathered courage and blew that Afghan fighter away with a bullet. After this bravery, Terry was counting his last breaths. Kate was completely broken by this accident. When she went to her companion, Terry apologized to her because he could not get them both out of that trouble. Hearing this, Kate's eyes filled with tears. Now her only motive was to talk to the rescue team somehow. On the other side, the other Afghan fighters saw that their leader was still alive. Also, they came to know that the American army had fled from there. After walking for some time, Kate saw a whole convoy of enemy vehicles from a distance which had surrounded the entire area. Kate immediately decided that staying here was dangerous. Therefore, she ran towards a nearby bunker to hide. But before reaching the bunker, the enemies saw her and started firing thunderously at her. Their leader even fired a missile at Kate, but she somehow escaped. Then, as soon as the smoke cleared, Kate saw that the bunker door had opened because of the explosion. Now Kate entered the bunker without wasting even a single second. Just then, an enemy came to the door behind her, so Kate shot him down with her pistol. Anyway, after this, Kate saw that she was standing in front of stairs that were perhaps hundreds of meters deep. But she had no choice. Therefore, she decided to go down. She was not understanding at all what kind of place this was, but still, she was moving forward slowly. Just then, she heard the sound of enemies coming from behind, so in an attempt to find the way out, Kate went further inside. Then, as soon as she went into one part of the bunker, she got a very foul smell, and going a little further, she was terrified to see the horrifying sight before her eyes. Actually, someone's corpse was lying there in a very bad condition. Not only this, but Kate also found a mysterious device there, along with which many papers and records were present. In these, it was written about the terrible experiments happening here. At that very moment, she suddenly heard the sound of enemies coming. So Kate immediately threw her light stick away and hid behind a large pillar. At that same moment, one of the Afghan fighters turned on the generator, due to which there was light all around, and then a terrible secret was revealed. Actually, there were hundreds of capsules there, in which human corpses were kept locked. Now, as soon as the enemy's attention shifted, taking advantage of this opportunity, Kate used her fighting skills and suddenly snatched the gun of one of them. Seeing Kate, the Afghans started firing thunderously at her one after another, in which process a capsule broke and the corpse kept inside it fell on the ground. Now, to save her life, Kate went down into a hatch present nearby. As soon as their leader saw that Kate had entered the tunnel, he ordered his man to chase her so that she could be surrounded from all sides. Then he shouted and told the other man to stay right there so that if Kate returned, she would not be able to escape. That man, taking his position, was slowly moving towards the corpse that had fallen from the capsule. On the other side, Kate was crawling forward inside the tunnels without making any sound. As soon as an enemy came to check the hatch near her, Kate stood frozen like a stone. During this time, the man who was guarding thought that he should cover the fallen corpses with a curtain. He had absolutely no idea that one of those creatures was still alive, and before he could recover, that creature launched an attack on him. At that same moment, Kate somehow reached the stairs of the emergency exit. But then the leader of the Afghans, Malik, came in front of her. On the other side, the second fighter saw the corpse of his companion, which that terrible creature was tearing and eating. Now, out of fear, he started calling his Sardar loudly for help. Taking advantage of this very opportunity, Kate fired a shot at that man's chest with her flare gun. Then immediately she picked up the enemy's rifle lying on the ground and killed everyone one by one. Immediately after this, Kate threw a grenade there and started climbing the stairs. Then, as soon as Kate reached the top, an Afghan suddenly grabbed her leg and pulled her. Kate could not even recover when that terrible creature pounced on that man's face and started trying to swallow him too. Seeing all this, Kate got very nervous and started running towards the outside. The creature tried to catch her, but Kate somehow got out of the bunker. Now, to imprison this creature inside, Kate locked the bunker door with chains. But as soon as she was about to leave from there, another enemy came in front of her. But when that man saw that the creature was trying to come out of the bunker, he fled from there out of fear. Then Kate also escaped to save her life. But after going some distance, she fell on the ground because of her deep injury. To bear this pain and continue walking, she took the help of medicine. Then, after going some distance, a military vehicle suddenly collided with her. As soon as the soldiers realized that this was their own companion, they immediately ran to help her. Then the next day, Kate was taken to the army camp. There she met Major Roy of this place, and Kate tried to explain to him that something very wrong was happening in that bunker. But Roy did not believe her words. He said that since the fight, the situation has worsened a lot. Therefore, at this time, their full attention should be on the main mission. In anger, Kate told in detail about that terrible creature she saw while running. But Roy did not budge from his decision. Roy also took possession of the device Kate had found in the lab and sent it to the camp doctor. Meanwhile, a contingent of soldiers reached there with a prisoner, and Roy said to get full information out of him. Outside, Sergeant Tom came to calm Kate because she was very angry with Roy's attitude. Later, while Kate's treatment was going on with the paramedic, Sergeant Tom reached there with Sergeant Jones. They told Kate that we have full faith in your words. But before going back to the bunker, it is important for them to know what happened there. Hearing this, Kate wrote a Russian line that was written on the doors of that bunker. Her memory is very sharp, so she remembered everything well, but Kate did not know what it actually meant. Then the Afghan prisoner said in between that this is a warning. It means that opening it is forbidden. Along with this, that man claimed that everything Kate told about that bunker, the truth was much more terrible than that. So much so that they could not even imagine. At this, Tom got a bit confused. He said that if it is written in the Russian language, then it must have been closed about 30 years ago because no one has come here from Russia for 30 years. Then the doctor cut his point and said that no human can stay alive being locked for so many years. At this, the prisoner said another horrifying thing. He told that the creature alive inside that bunker is not a human at all. This thing put the whole group in deep concern. Anyway, then evening started to fall. And as soon as it got dark, the soldiers decided that they would guard the whole area turn by turn because new enemies could appear at any moment. On the other side, in his cabin, Roy talked to the colonel, and the colonel said to send whatever device Kate has found quickly. Actually, that device was a recorder, and Roy said in clear words that if you want this, you will have to tell the whole truth about what is actually happening. On the other hand, we see that in the deep darkness of the bunker, those terrible creatures had freed each other. Then slowly everyone gathered in one place and started trying to break those chains blocking the way out. At night, a soldier named Serrano came to take Dwayne's place. But as soon as he moved forward, he heard a strange sound from behind. On turning and looking, he found that his companion had disappeared from there. In surprise and confusion, Serrano went near the barricade and saw what actually happened. At that same time, Dave felt an extremely foul smell spreading inside the camp, and, getting suspicious, he went out to look around. Then he saw those terrible creatures running straight towards the base from a distance. So Dave wanted to tell everyone by screaming with all his strength. Hearing the alarm, the whole contingent picked up their gear and immediately got ready for the fight. In a moment, all the soldiers took their places at the barricade, and firing started on whatever appeared to be moving. Now Roy fully understood that Kate was telling the truth. He ordered Sergeant Tom to lead the contingent and use all dangerous weapons fully. After this, the soldiers started attacking and trying to finish those creatures. But suddenly a creature pounced on Dwayne from behind and separated his head from his body in just one strike. Seeing this sight, they were all paralyzed with fear. Sienna, in panic, fired bullets at that creature and dropped it down from the wall. Immediately, the paramedic ran to help Dwayne. But what could he even do? At that same moment, one of those terrible creatures suddenly jumped and tried to attack the soldiers. But Tom immediately fired a shot from his gun, due to which that creature fell straight inside the major's hut. Then, without wasting even a single moment, Roy pounced on it and started attacking continuously with his gun, From the shower of bullets, one part of that creature's body was completely destroyed. Now outside the camp, the soldiers spread out in different directions so that as many creatures as possible could be faced. Meanwhile, as soon as Tom lit his flare, he saw even more creatures coming from a distance. Seeing this, he loudly told the whole contingent to retreat immediately. But before retreating, unfortunately, 2 soldiers became victims of those creatures. Also, a third soldier who was trying to hide in the washroom was also caught. On the other side, as soon as Kate heard the sound of a creature coming near, she quickly tried to open the weapons chest, but that chest did not open. And as soon as it entered the cabin, that creature launched a forceful attack on Kate. After this, that terrible creature tried to grip her with its long tongue. The Afghan prisoner somehow freed himself and quickly opened that weapons crate. Then he soon picked up a machete and made forceful strikes on the creature with all his strength, after which that creature fell on the ground, and Kate still kept attacking it continuously in anger. Outside in the camp there was complete chaos. A soldier was continuously attacking those creatures with his machine gun, but getting a chance, a creature killed him too. After this, that heavy gun started rotating on its own while firing, and bullets hit the fuel cans directly. In the next moment, a terrible explosion occurred in the whole camp, and after this blast, the soldiers saw that a creature was standing right in front of them. Then they all together finally killed it. At that same moment, the major saw that the bullets in his gun were finished. Before he could do anything, a creature launched a massive attack on him. Then Kate and the Afghan prisoner, along with the other soldiers, ran rapidly towards the barricade. Also, Jones immediately took the prisoner into his custody. Feeling the silence that suddenly fell, Tom understood that staying here now is dangerous. He ordered Sienna to run immediately towards the weapons base, while he himself set out to find the major with the paramedic. Reaching the cabin, the soldier threw a stun grenade at that creature, and taking advantage of this very opportunity, Roy picked up his baseball bat and dropped the creature with a forceful strike. After this, everyone together saved their senior officer and took him to the armory, where Dave and other soldiers were trying to open a container. Meanwhile, the soldiers returned to the large contingent, but suddenly a creature attacked them. Now Kate picked up an axe from the container and climbed straight onto the creature's back. Kate wounded that creature to a great extent, after which Tom moved forward and finished it completely. Then, as soon as the path was clear, the whole group ran and entered inside the container. After closing the door, they rested for a while and then started thinking about what to do next. When morning came, as the soldiers opened the container door and took stock of the camp, they were stunned to see the sight before their eyes. Actually, there was neither any creature there nor the corpses of the dead soldiers. After searching for a while, they finally found the corpse of a creature, so they all together started looking at it carefully so as to understand what the secret of this terrible creature is. During the investigation, Dr. Wills found out that those creatures can move their teeth in and out. Their skin is extremely thick, and the surprising thing was that many organs of their body were human. Not only this, their group also understood that the biggest weakness of these creatures is sunlight. Their DNA has completely changed, therefore sunlight used to affect them directly. Meanwhile, the major told that during the conversation with the colonel, he had received a special piece of information. Then he also apologized to Kate because he did not believe her words in the beginning. Then Roy told that many years ago, a meteor fell on Earth. Seeing it around this area, Russian scientists became curious, and they started trying to find out what this thing actually is. During the investigation, they found a very large spaceship there, which was completely destroyed. Seeing this, those people were completely surprised. Then they tried to make a super soldier by using the DNA of the creature found in the spaceship. Hearing this, Kate got worried. She told that she had seen a whole army being prepared in capsules inside the underground bunker which could wake up at any moment. Therefore, they will have to leave from there immediately. But now the difficulty before them was that they did not have fuel to get out of the desert. Understanding the situation, they all realized that now they would have to stay here and face these creatures. Roy promised in front of everyone that he would keep fighting with his companions until his last breath. Just then, that creature lying on the table became alive again. It started attacking the people present all around and tried to swallow Kate's head with its long tongue. Then, to save herself, Kate forcefully struck her own head against that creature. Then Roy realized that this way his whole contingent would be finished. Then he took out his grenade and without thinking for even a single moment, Roy jumped straight onto that monster. In the next moment, a massive explosion occurred in which his body was completely destroyed. Then Tom ran nervously to help his friend, but Roy could not be saved. Anyway, after composing himself, Tom now went to that prisoner and decided to free him. He wanted them to work together now because that man had not told them a single lie. After this, the whole contingent gathered, and they all started calculating their weapons, gear, and ammunition. Soon they understood that if there was an attack again, they did not have enough ammunition to stop it. Therefore, they all together took a decision that before those creatures attacked them, they would attack the bunker first and finish all the creatures right there. For this last mission, the soldiers soon made full preparations. Tom said to everyone that our job is only this much, that we have to plant bombs outside the bunker and get out from there before the explosion. As soon as they reached near the bunker, Tom, James, Kate, and that prisoner Kabir, only these 4 people entered inside the bunker. The other soldiers stayed outside. Without wasting time, they started leaving from there after planting explosives at different places. But while going out, Tom's sight fell on a medallion lying on the ground which actually belonged to Kate. As soon as he moved towards the stairs to pick it up, a creature suddenly grabbed him and pulled him down forcefully. After just a few seconds, Kate heard Tom's voice on the radio. At that same moment, she understood that the creatures had taken Tom prisoner. Making a firm resolution to save her friend, Kate decided to go down again with the other soldiers so that Tom could be found and brought back. Now, to operate the elevator, Wilkes stayed inside the military vehicle itself. The situation was very bad, but still, everyone reached the underground area. During this, the medic heard an alert on the radio in which orders were received that they would have to evacuate the entire area within the next 20 minutes. Then, getting nervous, Wills immediately told everyone that we have to get out quickly. Hurry up! After this, the whole contingent set out in search of Tom, while Dave remained at his place for the protection of the elevator. On the other side, Tom somehow finished that creature which had kept him captive by using the knife present in his pocket. As soon as he was free, he set out to find his companions. As soon as the others reached the lab of the bunker, everyone was stunned to see the sight there. The corpses of those whom the creatures had killed were scattered all around. And as they reached near the central capsule, an even more terrible sight was before them. A very big monster was being prepared inside that capsule. Meanwhile, a creature suddenly attacked Tom from behind. But as soon as he heard Kate's voice, he immediately ran towards the lab, where his companions finished that creature with their weapons. At that same time, Wilkes saw that many Afghans had surrounded that bunker. He immediately climbed up to the weapon mounted on the vehicle and started firing at them without stopping, so that the danger could be kept away. On the other side, near the elevator, Dave was surrounded by many creatures. While firing at them, he also activated the emergency alarms. By now, Kate had realized that the monsters had laid a trap to catch them. She immediately told the group that we have to get out of here quickly, and then they retreated and closed the door. But Jones had understood this point, that the creatures could open the door by rotating the crank. Therefore, he grabbed the crank with all his strength and told his companions to all get out of there, while he himself stayed behind to stop the enemies. On the other side outside, the bullets in Wilkes's gun were finished. He tried to reload quickly, but he had absolutely no idea that an Afghan was present right below him. Meanwhile, while coming out of the bunker, a terrible roar was heard behind Sienna's ears. She herself stayed right there so that her other companions could reach the exit safely. In a short while, the whole contingent had reached the elevator. But as soon as Tom realized that Sienna was not with them, he immediately decided to save her. He gave orders to everyone else that if I don't come out within 5 minutes, activate all the bombs and get out of there. On the other side, a creature suddenly attacked Sienna. She was facing her enemy by using the gear lying around. In anger, she kept attacking continuously, and finally, she finished the creature. But then another creature came from behind and tore one part of her face badly. This strike was so terrible that Sienna died on the spot. Seeing this, Tom was filled with anger. He picked up a knife and started fighting the creature, using a dustbin lid as a shield. Meanwhile, Jones was now very exhausted from all this. He moved away from the door, took out his detonator, and sacrificed himself to save his friends. In this massive explosion, all the mutants present around him were finished. As soon as he heard the sound of the blast, Tom understood that staying there now is equivalent to inviting death. He immediately decided to run from there. On the other side, outside, an Afghan launched an attack on the paramedic. He was about to kill Wilkes with his knife, but he somehow saved his life. Then, fighting bravely with every enemy, he activated the vehicle so that he could pull the whole group up. But the problem was that due to the blast, one part of the mechanism was damaged. because of which the vehicle started moving forward. Wilkes tried his best to stop the vehicle in panic. On the other side, inside the elevator, Kate, Kabir, and Dave together were facing dozens of creatures. Suddenly, a creature struck Dave's head with its arm and he fell right there. As soon as the paramedic realized that the vehicle could not be stopped now, he decided to jump to the other side of the vehicle. Meanwhile, during their fight, Kabir saw the military vehicle above the stairs, but just then a creature caught him, and Kabir had understood that now his survival is difficult. He shouted loudly and told Kate to jump from the platform. Because of him, Kate's life was saved at the very last moment. While in a massive blast, Kabir and all the other creatures were finished. After a few seconds, Kate met Tom. On the other side, some enemies were still about to launch a deadly attack on Wilkes. But at the last moment, their team arrived there and finished everyone with their weapons. After some time, their group saw that a military plane was firing a nuclear missile. Then those people immediately sat in a vehicle and started trying to run away from there. Finally, a big bomb fell on the ground, and everything was destroyed in an area of many kilometers of the desert. In this blast, only 3 people were barely able to save their lives. They had understood that this attack was done to suppress this matter right here, and they also left that place forever without looking back.